Fair use. Grief, one day at a time. 365 Meditations to Help You Heal After Loss by Alan D. Wolfelt, PhD. December 16th. 10 years. She's dead. And I still find myself some mornings reaching for the phone to call her. She could no more be gone than gravity or the moon. A quote from Mary Karr. That initial shock and numbness we experienced when we first learned of the death, it never totally goes away. Years later, we still find ourselves thinking that the person who died could walk through the door at any moment. Over time, we mostly come to terms with their goneness, but never 100%. A part of our hearts and minds seems unable to truly believe it. At times, I still wish and wait for my dad to walk through the door and back into my life. Maybe the part of us that still clings to the impossibility of the death is right. Maybe it's the part that knows that death is but an illusion. Something to ponder for today, anyway. The meditation reads, "Sometimes I still can't believe that you're gone." December 17th. Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. A quote from Mahatma Gandhi. Sometimes when we're grieving, we wish we would die. I'm not talking about actively planning suicide. I'm talking about passing thoughts in which we wish we could escape our misery. This is normal and natural. Active suicidal thoughts and planning, on the other hand, require immediate help. So let's pretend for a moment that we knew we would die tomorrow. What would we do today? What would we definitely not do? Who would we spend time with? Who would we reach out to? Now let's pretend that we knew we would live forever. For imagination's sake, let's also pretend we didn't have to worry about money. What would we want to explore? What's on our no-holds-barred bucket list? Meditation reads, "Today I will strive to live as if I were going to die tomorrow. And I will also embark on learning something new as if I knew I were going to live forever." December 18th. Gifts of grace come to all of us, but we must be ready to see and willing to receive these gifts. It will require a kind of sacrifice, the sacrifice of believing that, however painful our losses, life can still be good. Good in a different way than before, but nevertheless good. A quote from Gerald L. Sitzer. In the beginning, we're often not ready and willing to receive gifts of grace. We're too smothered by the darkness of our loss. We're appropriately wallowing in and befriending our pain. And we're not yet prepared to acknowledge glimmers of goodness and hope. But over time, to actively mourn is to open our eyes to goodness and hope. We have to work to cultivate grace. It's not a passive achievement. It is an accomplishment born of effort and sacrifice. Our lives can be good again, good in a different way than before, but still good. The meditation reads, I am ready and willing to receive the gifts of grace. December 19th. The holiest of holidays are those kept by ourselves in silence and apart. The secret anniversaries of the heart. A quote from Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. We grievers treasure memories of certain moments with our loved ones who died, such as the first time we met, the day we visited a special place together, the specific time and location we heard important news. Often, these secret anniversaries of the heart are as or more precious to us than birthdays and popular holidays. They are the private touchstones, memories that glow with the essence of our love. Often, these holiest of holidays cannot be adequately captured in words. Telling others about them or writing them down on paper falls flat. Symbols and rituals, however, are sometimes powerful enough to help us honor them appropriately. We can create a small display, such as a shadow box, mini tree to decorate, wall shrine, or tabletop still life, of objects and mementos associated with our secret anniversaries. We can also ritualize our holy holidays by spending the day revisiting special places or repeating certain activities. When words are inadequate, such symbols and rituals helps us embrace and express our most profound grief. The meditation reads, I treasure my secret anniversaries and will look for ways to honor them. December 20th. Even in darkness, it is possible to create light. A quote from Elie Wiesel. The darkness of our grief, especially during the dark parts of the year, can overwhelm us with despair. While befriending the darkness is an essential part of our grief work, so is creating sparks of light. We must dose ourselves with the darkness, then actively find or create ways to pluck up moments of levity, connection, happiness, and joy. Even in our darkest nights of grief, we can create light. We can call a friend. We can share a bowl of popcorn with a loved one while we watch a comedy movie together. We can Skype with someone far away. We can take a bubble bath, eat our favorite foods, get a massage, read a book we enjoy, anything that gives us a momentary spark of peace or pleasure. The meditation reads, even in the darkness of my grief, it is necessary to create and grab hold of light. December 21st. In a dark time, the eye begins to see. A quote from Theodore Rothko. During these darkest days of the year, we often find ourselves struggling with our darkest emotions: sadness, emptiness, loss, depression, despair, shame, and fear. The winter of our grief is often long and cold, but we must learn to see the darkness as our friend. In fact, it is in befriending our pain that we learn from it and unlock our capacity to be transformed by it. Our dark emotions are not bad, they simply are. When we are feeling them, that means we need to feel them. We must muster the courage to explore and experience them to the full. Only then will they soften and fade, clearing a space for new love and joy. The meditation reads, "Darkness is my friend. When it knocks, I will open the door and embrace it." December 22nd. The meaning of life is to find your gift. The purpose of life is to give it away. A quote from Pablo Picasso. In this gift-giving season, let us consider the gifts we were born with or cultivated during our lives. I am someone who believes that some people have callings. Mine is to help people mourn well so they can live and love well again. Do you have a calling? Even if you don't have a calling, you have unique gifts. You brought your gifts into your relationship with the person who died. Now that this person is no longer here to receive your gifts, what can you do with them? You can give them away to others. Being your unique self in a relationship to others is your purpose. Remember, expressing yourself is mourning, which is how you heal. Whenever you are expressing your authentic self, even if a particular expression is not directly about your grief, you are mourning, because genuineness can't help but reveal the whole of you. The meditation reads, "In giving my gifts away to others, I am being true to myself and to my grief." Please share. And remember that you are not alone.